If you're anything like me, no matter what you do or how much sleep you get, you just cannot seem to help but be tired. Today, using 8 simple steps, I will fix your sleep once and for all and help you feel like a brand new man or woman. Step number 1 is developing some sort of sleep routine. Having a night routine helps you set the mood for sleep. Once your body starts to recognize the actions that you're doing every single night, it will start to wind itself down. And this one step can help you both sleep better as well as have better hygiene, because maybe doing some sort of skincare is your nighttime routine. And your body will start to recognize, oh, he's doing skincare, it's time to go to bed. What I do is right when I get home from the gym, I go down to my room to work. And the only lights that I have on is a candle light and my red LED lights, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. And now that my body has started to recognize these patterns, it starts to wind itself down at that time. So when it finally comes time for me to start getting ready for bed, I'm already starting to feel a little bit more groggy because I know what's about to come. Step number 2 is minimizing your blue light consumption. Blue light is light transmitted from the sun, LED lights, and our devices. And blue light has its benefits, but those benefits don't come into play when it comes to sleep. Blue light promotes alertness. This is because our eyes aren't as good at filtering blue light compared to, let's say, another color, red, which obviously is terrible for bedtime. This is why consuming as little blue light as possible during sleepy time is ideal. A few things I do in this category to minimize my consumption is I first set a sleep time on my phone. I don't even know what it's called. Basically, it changes the color of your phone to a little bit of a warmer, more orangey tint, which in turn emits less blue light as you hit a certain time of your day. This way, if you do for some reason have to get on your phone during your sleepy time hours, you aren't gonna be intaking as much blue light, helping you relax a little bit better. Like I was talking about a little bit earlier, I turn my LED lights to red. Your eyes are able to filter red light a lot better compared to blue light, meaning it's less harsh on your eyes. And that same principle goes for a candle. Plus the candle smells good, so it's kind of like a win-win situation. And just so you know, I'm still not fully optimized in this category. I still watch TV every single night till I go to bed. But one thing I do is I turn the color a little bit warmer, so it's a little bit less damaging. Also, please make sure to subscribe, and I will love you forever. Step number 3 is making your bed. I want you to imagine for a second being extremely tired on a super cold, snowy day, and you come home and lay in a nice made bed. It's all nice and warm and tight and it like hugs you. You know what I'm talking about. And you don't have your feet hanging out there in the freezing temperatures with ghosts grabbing them and stuff. Sounds pretty freaking nice, huh? So why not have that same feeling every single night? Honestly, making your bed does not take that long at all. Just hurry and throw it together in the morning when you first wake up, and I guarantee you, your future self will be so happy that you did. Like honestly, it low-key makes me excited to go to sleep. Like I'll look at my bed and be like, dang, that looks nice right now. Step number 4 is some sort of essential oils. A few essential oils such as lavender or chamomile can help get you extremely relaxed. And this is proven, I'm not just saying this. Whenever I get up to go start getting ready for bed and do my little night routine, I turn on my essential oil diffuser, which has lavender oil in it. Then I go out and shut my door. So when I go back into my room, my entire room is just full of lavender, and it's so freaking amazing. It literally relaxes me instantly. A lot of time in bed, I would find myself thinking about the next day or thinking about things that I didn't get done that day. But honestly, the lavender relaxes me to a point where I haven't even been experiencing that since I started using it. But it doesn't stop there. On top of that, I also use a linen mist. It's a lavender linen mist, and right before I lay down, I just spray it on my blankets right by where my head is. And let me tell you, I'm literally surrounded by lavender, and it is amazing. I got it off Amazon. It actually wasn't even that expensive at all. I think I got the whole thing for like 15 bucks. And I've had it for a few months now, and I'm not even like a quarter of the way done. So I would recommend. Step number 5 is trying to stick to a sleep schedule. What I do for this is once it hits a certain time, I start doing my night routine. I try and be in bed roughly the same time every night. Obviously it varies a little bit, but try to keep it as on track as possible. And weekends are just impossible. So it's basically a weekday thing. Try and plan everything you do around this time that you set for yourself. If there's something that you have to get done, then do it. But if it's something that you could do tomorrow, just put it off and wait till tomorrow. Because sleep is more important than getting that one thing done. And if you're not well rested, the next day is gonna be so much worse, and you're not gonna get as much done at all, rather than if you were to just get 30 more minutes of sleep. And also try and base your sleep schedule time around you getting about 7.5 hours of sleep. Obviously more would be better, but if you just can't hit that 7.5, then that's okay. Just optimize it to get as much as possible. Step number 6 is setting downtime on your phone. This step is an absolute necessity if you are addicted to your phone and could literally sit there and scroll through TikTok all night long. What I do is I have my downtime shut down my phone right when I'm going to do my night routine. I have it shut down literally every single app except for my alarm clock. It's way too easy to get lost scrolling on TikTok, and even that 10 minutes of scrolling on TikTok, you could have been sleeping, which is much more productive. So at least for me, it's a lot easier if I just cannot access them altogether. That way the temptation isn't even a possibility to act upon. I also set the sleep do not disturb mode on my phone so that if any notifications do get through the downtime, they won't alert my phone and make a stupid vibrating noise all night, which helps you get into a deeper sleep. Step number 7 is melatonin. I personally do not do this, but I know a lot of people who do and absolutely love it. Personally, I recommend you try all of these other steps before you implement the melatonin. This is kind of like a last case scenario, but I've taken it a few times and it helps you pass the frick out. So if you're one of those people that just cannot get deep sleep, or no matter what you do just cannot fall asleep in the first place, and this is something I would recommend you use, but I would also be cautious about it, because personally I get nightmares from it, like pretty bad nightmares, but it only happens sometimes, and I really think it depends on the person. So don't let it deter you, but just be cautious when you are using it. And number 8 is how I fall asleep every single night. I don't know if this will work for you, but I've been doing it for years and I pass out every single night from it. So what I do is when I finally decide that it's time for me to just go to sleep, I try and regulate my breathing. And honestly, I just kind of slow it down as much as possible to get my heart rate as low as possible. Almost kind of like a meditation effect. Then I work on absolutely clearing my mind. If any thought comes and pops into my head, I just have to clear it instantly. And if you're one of those people that always has stuff on their mind and just cannot clear it, then think of one story and go into insane detail about it. Not to the point where it's making you think about it, but just step by step what you would be doing if you were in that certain situation. If you do either of these two things while you're regulating your breathing, you will pass out without even realizing it. It's kind of like you're daydreaming until you're actually dreaming. But again, the number one thing that you can do is lower your blue light levels as much as possible. All these other steps will kind of complement that well, but lower your blue light levels as much as possible and get relaxed. If you implement each and every one of these tips, I guarantee you will have the best sleep of your life. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.